All right. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
I'm alright, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, mate, I'm good. I'm living here at the moment, you know. It's a bit windy at the moment, as you can see, as you were just saying there in the background. Yeah, I mean, it's like that last night as well. It's raining. It's raining over here in the evening. But it just it comes down like a quick shower and then it just disappears, like as if it didn't happen. But yeah, man, how's everything over there in London?
Oh, mate, it's the opposite. Cold, wet. Even the rain is the opposite because, like, your rain, like you say, it's quick and fast. Whereas for us, it's just been drizzling for hours at a time. But nah, it's fine, mate. Markets have been lit this week, so it's all good.
Mate, they've been incredible, absolutely incredible. All right, let's jump straight into this. I mean, the first talking point has got to be the main one really, and that's dollar, right? Yeah. Dollar absolutely smashed, and I was in the office then when that happened, man, bro. I got so excited.
I know.
The FOMC, we were just like, what the frick? Like, what is going on?
I know.
Go on, talk us through.
Well, basically, for those that weren't following during the week, the Fed came out and did an emergency 50 basis point rate cut. Just suddenly came out and did it, which is incredibly rare for a central bank to do something like that. The last time that happened was, I believe, in 2008, October 2008, like in the midst of the financial crisis. But markets were a bit disappointed really, because I think markets kind of, what they wanted was joint cuts from like the ECB, BOE, BOC,
exactly.
Like all of the major central banks cut in at the same time, whereas the Fed just went it alone. So yeah. I know.
And remember, the markets were gearing up that day when I was in. What was it? Tuesday, the G7.
Yeah.
Was it Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday.
That day, the markets. That's all they're talking about. We're like, yes, come on, collective central bank action here. Something's going to happen. And then the markets, they were so turned on by that, and then they just got let down, as you said. But look, regardless of that coordinated action, as we discussed, didn't we, earlier in the week, they're still all taking action, right? All the central banks have been taking action. Now, we've seen it with the RBA. We've seen it with almost with the Bank of England, BOJ warning as well. I believe they've got to be soon, because they're not going to like how much the yen is gaining right now. Everyone's piling into yen. So BOC as well. Guys, Joel, mate, yeah, BOC, what's the crack? Mate, I didn't expect it to move like that. CAD rocketed, in terms of weakness. I thought that was all priced in.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, so did I. But I don't know. It's basically because before the rate decision, markets, they thought it was going to be a 50 basis point rate cut, but they weren't 100% sure. So when they got it, that was good, and that was negative for CAD because they weren't 100% sure. But then also the BOC very explicitly said that basically, if needed, they will cut rates even more. So that was massively
very dovish cut.
Exactly, very dovish.
Massively CAD negative. Yeah, got smashed, absolutely annihilated. But I guess we've been seeing more of a move this week with dollar. Like euro's been able to fly. You know, we're approaching. I think we might be approaching 113 now.
We're above actually, mate. I'm just checking.
Oh, we're above.
I've got my chart. Yeah, we're above 113.
Good. Do you want to hear something? These moves.
Do you want to hear something crazy? I was telling Dan about this morning. Even he was amazed. So obviously, dollar's getting hammered at the moment because of dovish Fed. I checked the money market pricing for the Fed this morning. This is Friday morning, by the way, for anybody watching. And markets now expect a 75 basis point cut on the 18th of March.
75 basis points?
75, mate.
What?
Yeah. Well,
that is insane.
I know. 87% probability that it's going to be a 75 basis point cut.
So wait, what's that going to take rates down to then? Now, 0.25?
Mate, yeah.
Yeah, my goodness. But we said this, didn't we? Like how much room the Fed can cut rates,
exactly.
Right? We said they've got loads of room. But now they're going to be close to negative potentially if they go in at 75 basis points.
Exactly.
It's mad.
Yeah.
It's crazy, my dude.
This is what'll happen. Dollar will keep getting smashed and the Fed will get to zero. But then technically, because the Fed will be the same as all the other banks, dollar getting slammed should stop. That's kind of the play that I see happening. But,
should. No, I agree. And like with this at the moment, obviously, as you just said, Euro's above that 113 mark. It's going to have so much more room to go because you think all the outflows of dollar, the ECB are not doing anything right now, are they? You know, they're not rushing to make any, you know, any sort of real dovish statement. We'll see, obviously, next week. We'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, man, so people are flying into Euro, flying into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some big moves. What else? Oil gets smashed.
Ooh,
I did a
yes.
blog on it, obviously, this week. Did a video. Obviously, they're meeting in Vienna, in Austria. What's the crack? Bring us up to speed. You know what's going on at the moment?
Yeah, pretty much. So basically, it's the final day of the meeting today. And to be honest, in the last couple of days, or yesterday anyway, we've had indications from the Russians that they are more open to production cuts. Because remember, previously they were, no, we're not going to do any production cuts. We're happy with low oil prices. We can handle it, all that kind of thing. But since yesterday, really, they've been changing their tune. So the rumours at the moment are OPEC Plus will do a production cut of 1.5 million. And then there was also a rumour, mate, going around that the Saudis and some other Gulf states, but mainly the Saudis, would do a voluntary cut of 600k on top of that.
Whoa. Just from the Saudis?
Just from the Saudis, big. Pretty much. And like Bahrain and stuff, but they don't really count for much.
But Russia right now is still not budging at the moment, are they?
Well, I think the thinking is that they're definitely willing to at least entertain like 1 million barrels per day worth of cuts from OPEC Plus.
From them?
Yeah. Well, not just from them, but I mean as a collective agreement.
As a collective, right. But we haven't had that anything official yet.
Not yet. I think probably by the time we release this video, we will have got something. Obviously, we'll update for the members and everything. So.
Yeah, we'll update them. But if they don't, then oil's just going to continue to get raped, battered.
Basically, yeah.
It'll get battered. It'll go under 40, you know. And it's funny. I have to say it again. Like technically, remember I showed you in January that Evening Star, that top area in oil. Bro, it's up at like $66. Now look at us.
Oh my god! Yeah, I'm just looking at the chart. I've got it on a daily at the moment, and yeah, mate, you're so right about that.
It's beautiful moves, beautiful. One thing also I wanted to say is quite interesting. It comes down to on the oil side of things as well. It comes down to like it's a bit political as well. And what I mean by that is Trump and obviously the US are taking massive advantage of this reduction in supply in the market. So they're pumping all this shale oil and like really taking advantage of that lack of supply potentially there or that reduction. So that's why Russia were quite reluctant as well. I mentioned that in my video. They're not happy the way of the US doing that. And Trump's obviously probably loving that. It's great for the US. So yeah, buy oil from the United States.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're a net exporter now of oil, which is pretty mad considering
their
whole history they haven't been.
Exactly. Yeah, it's big. All right, what else? That's what I'm talking about. Anything really happened? I've switched off from it a little bit. Britain, EU talks. What's going on?
It wasn't really we had the first round of talks. Wasn't really what the market was thinking about, to be honest. So Barnier came out and he was discussing how the week went. And we did see a little bit of volatility in GBP, it got sold off by about 40 pips at the time. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really anything you wouldn't have expected. Like, he basically highlighted the fact that the two sides are still, they have their differences on the various issues that we know about, like level playing field, fisheries, things like that. But to be honest, to me, I thought he sounded fairly constructive. Because he was talking about how there's a lot of goodwill on both sides. But I don't know, his comments apparently triggered a bit of nerves from traders. But yeah, like I said, the focus has more been on central banks and easing and stuff this week. So that theme has kind of taken a back seat at the moment.
Okay. Sorry. I actually lost my head a minute, Joe. All right. Is that pretty much it this week, would you say?
I think we've pretty much covered everything, yeah. All the main things.
Where are you? No! Guys, I think we've got a connection problem. I think we've got a connection issue. Joe?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, wait 1 minute. We're going to get him back. Guys. Don't worry, we've got this. It's because we've got internet in Bali. It's not the greatest. Out here.
There you are.
Here we are, Joe. Yes! Hey. Yes! We're saved! Woo! All right, sorry. All right, I mean, that's pretty much it. What's going on next week? What's the highlights?
Oh, thankfully, the calendar is pretty empty next week. The highlight, ECB. ECB should be interesting.
Okay.
I mean, market. We've got to get something from the ECB, surely. Like Fed emergency cut, BOC, RBA. You know what I mean? There's got to be something.
What can they do?
Well, they can't do
What
much.
can they do, though?
I think markets are
They've
expecting a 10 basis point cut, but that's, yeah, exactly. What else can they do?
That's not going to do anything. Euro's just going to strengthen on that. You know what I mean? Pretty much. Oh, but all right, sweet, dude. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for this week. Yeah, awesome. All right, Joel, enjoy the miserable weather, and I'll continue to enjoy the nice weather over here.
Please do. For us, we're living through you, Ken. We're living through you, mate.
Oh, brilliant. All right, sweet, bro.